Good morning, second grade. Miss Fogelman here for your science lesson today. Let me share my screen. All right, so the first thing that I'd like to do today is go over our slides. All right, our learning target for today is I can explain the natural resources found in different habitats. Our anchor chart is all about what is a habitat. A habitat is a place where plants and animals live. A forest is one example. The animals you might find there are pumas, raccoons, snakes, cheetahs, squirrels, birds, deer, and bear. In a desert, you would find camels, lizards, armadillos, coyotes, a fox, and snakes. So it looks like you would find snakes in a forest and in a desert. In the wetlands, we can find frogs, ducks, turtles, fish, crocodiles, dragonflies, and alligators. In the Arctic, where it's cold, we will find seals, polar bears, reindeer, walruses, Arctic fox, and a snowy owl. And in the ocean, we will find fish, sharks, dolphins, whales, scorpion, and turtles. Okay, so you'll see that some animals can be found in more than one place, okay? But the animals, according to their habitats, have adapted to live there. And remember, adapted means that their bodies in some way have changed so that they can successfully live in the area that they are, okay? Especially here in the desert or the Arctic, it's particularly important for the animals to have those adaptations in order to live there. All right, the first two habitats we will learn about are the rainforest and the desert. Okay, the rainforest is known, of course, for lots of rain and water, plants, and fish. So I do want to read something to you from EPIC about rainforests. The biggest plants of the rainforest are the trees. One kind of tree is in the Amazon rainforest is the kapok. It can grow 200 feet tall and 10 feet wide. That's a big tree. Many plants and animals live in its holes and branches. Bats like the flowers of the kapok tree. These bats help spread the tree's pollen. So one natural resource in the Amazon rainforest is the kapok tree, okay? And it can grow to 200 feet tall and 10 feet wide.
Kapok.
A mass of silky fibers that cover the seeds of a large tropical tree and are used as filling for mattresses. Oh, okay. So silky fibers from the kapok tree can be used in mattresses, life preservers, and sleeping bags. So there's another way to use a natural resource. These are the things that I think are just amazing. The giant water lily also grows in the Amazon. It looks like a regular lily pad that you might see in a pond, but these lily pads are huge. They can be 8 feet across. So from here to here, they can be 8 feet. They can, an adult can sit on one and it will still float. So it is it's almost like a raft in the water. The world's largest tropical flower grows in an Indonesian rainforest. This plant is called the Titan arum. Its leaves can grow up to 20 feet tall. The flower smells like rotten meat or eggs, but the insects like that smell. Okay, so let's see if we...
Arum.
Okay, so it's any family of plants having heart-shaped or sword-shaped leaves and flowers. Okay, so that gives us a little more understanding of what it looks like. Rainforest trees are so close together, it can take up to 10 minutes for rain to reach the ground. So all these plants are growing up so high and together so that they start to mesh together that the rain, when it falls, takes up to 10 minutes to get through the trees and onto the ground. Okay. All right, so then let's go back to our slides. The next habitat I'd like to talk about today is the desert. We can, of course, find cactus, other types of plants, and lots of sun in the desert. It's a very hot place. So whereas the rainforest can be very rainy and humid, meaning there's a lot of heat, but it's not as hot as the desert. So when you go out in a rainforest, you feel like you have water on your face because there's so much rain and so much humidity, whereas in the desert, it's just hot, okay? So let me read to you about the desert. One famous desert plant is the saguaro cactus. It is one of the world's largest kind of cactus. Saguaros can grow 70 feet tall. They can grow in the United States and Mexico. They are very useful for desert animals. Their wide roots gather water from the soil. So this is one great natural resource in a desert. Their wide roots gather water from the soil. Birds peck holes in the cactus and live inside. The cacti also make fruit that people and animals can eat. Another great natural resource. Another desert plant is the saxaul. This small tree grows in the Gobi Desert. Camels use the saxaul for food and shade. People who live in the Gobi Desert can get water from the tree. Another great natural resource. They take off the bark and press it to get water out. The Joshua tree grows in the United States. It is not really a tree. It is a kind of plant called a yucca. So let's see if we can get a definition for yucca.
Yucca.
Or yucca. Any of the genus of plants that are related to the agaves grow in warm, dry regions, mostly of Western North America. They have long, pointed, often stiff leaves and produce a tall, stiff stalk with whitish flowers. Okay. It is used as food and housing by animals. Native Americans use the Joshua tree to make baskets. So another great natural resource in the desert. The tallest Joshua tree in California is more than 40 feet tall. That is very tall. All right, so today for your activity, there are some questions in Shobi. Let me show you where they are. All right, so your questions are, what are two natural resources you would find in the rainforest? And what are two natural resources you would find in the desert? Of course, if you cannot remember, come back to the video and watch it again. All right, everybody have a great day and make sure you're getting that work done.